It does not appear that there's any kind of an effort up there yet. Now remember, oh my God.
That looks like a second plane.
I did not see a plane go in.
Today, our fellow citizens,
We just saw another
our way
plane
of life,
coming in from
our very freedom came under attack in a series of deliberate and deadly terrorist acts.
I can hear you, the rest of the world hears you, and the people who knock these buildings down will hear all of it.
What you're watching here is a video I made back in 2011 after bin Laden was killed by SEAL Team 6. It was a tribute to G.W. Bush and the War on Terror. I once believed, as many others, the official narrative of the attacks that occurred on September 11, 2001. And here are the things that have forever changed my mind. May 28th, 2001, the World Trade Center, encapsulated here in a rare glimpse into one of its final days. For in just 3.5 months, this site will be renamed Ground Zero, and the world will forever be changed. But in just a few days, NORAD will run a full-on terrorist simulation. This simulation will be conducted with naval ships, members of the Air Force, and will feature a fictitious attack orchestrated by none other than Osama bin Laden, using drone plane technology and cruise missiles. A haunting near run-through of the attacks that would occur just 3 months later. Which begs the question, how many people do you think know that just 3 months prior to 9/11 they wargamed an Osama bin Laden terror attack with planes? I would imagine not many. But to properly tell this story of unbelievable coincidences known as 9/11, we need to go back even further.
USA Today reports that in the 2 years before the attacks on September the 11th, NORAD conducted exercises using hijacked airliners as weapons. And one target was the World Trade Center. Here's ABC's Brian Ross.
President Bush has said again and again that no one could have imagined what Osama bin Laden ordered for September 11th.
We knew he hated us, but there was nobody in our government, at least, and I don't think the prior government, that could envision flying airplanes into buildings on such a massive scale.
But that turns out not to be true. U.S. military planners did envision and practice those very scenarios. As reported by USA Today, the North American Aerospace Defense Command, NORAD, conducted exercises with fighter jets, simulating hijacked planes flown into the World Trade Center in the 2 years before the attacks. Pentagon planners also envisioned the attack on the Pentagon 5 months before it happened. According to this April 2001 Pentagon email, Air Force officials wanted a war game, having a terrorist group hijack a commercial airline and fly it into the Pentagon. The email was obtained by the nonprofit group Project for Government Oversight. But according to the Pentagon email, the plan was ultimately rejected by senior Pentagon officials as too unrealistic. Still to come are questions, big questions, about NORAD's response on the day of the attack. Why, despite all the exercises and the planning, Peter, jet fighters were not in place anywhere near New York or Washington.
Quite an amazing story. Many thanks, Brian.
Well, that is quite amazing. It's also quite amazing that it took until 2004 for this little piece of information to poke its head out. Because as Peter Jennings himself reported on the day of 9/11, our government were quite clear that, quote, none of them could have foreseen this coming.
The question is, go to war with whom? because from the FBI, from the CIA, from the Pentagon today, no warning of this whatsoever, no knowledge of who's involved, no clues yet as to who's involved that we have heard about in any respect today.
Now a proven lie, which again poses the question, how many people do you think know that in the 24 months leading up to September 11th, NORAD conducted simulations including jets being flown